Timeout, gentlemen. 2 shots. Blue shots.
And that one falls for Johnson. And guys, Wesley Johnson, 4th overall pick back in the 2011 draft. Everyone thought he would have the jump shot to become a prolific scorer, and Clark, the length to defend at a high level.
Yeah, you know, in his rookie year, he averaged 9 points a game. Last year, his 5th, he averaged 10. I think it's to the point where he is what he is.
And Johnson drops them both.
You know, and getting back to Wesley Johnson, you kind of want to kidnap him and just chain him to a set of weights. I mean, he has all the natural ability in the world to be a difference maker, but he just lacks the strength to do anything with it. I mean, a voracious competitor in college. He's been relegated to marginal production at the pro level, and I really feel like a lot of it is because he physically struggles at times at this level.
Here's Crawford. Myers-Leonard picking up that last basket. Here's Reddick. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
They've really flipped things around offensively.
Yeah, and anytime you can make more than half of your shots, you'll take that.
Here's Freak. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
You know, on the topic of Wesley Johnson, I remember him in college. I remember the guy who took over games and even showed a certain toughness when he did it. He hasn't gotten to that point here in the pros, so he may soon be entering a crossroads in his career.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. And not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that's basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation.
Now, here's Lillard. He had 19 points in the win against the Rockets in Houston.
And how about the extraordinary display of his passing in that game? He was making all the right decisions and had their offense humming. Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that can be a mistake, but they weren't shooting it especially well early on, so I think it makes sense to shy away from the triple.
Trailblazers trail by 10. It's Henderson on the wing. Great touch on the 16-footer. Henderson's got 6 points.
Check out these handles. That's rush hour handle. Not midday, not early morning. That's rush hour handle.
Hey guys, settle down for a second. I noticed a couple of things from that first half. I'll say this, we kept a very tight handle on the basketball, and that's something I always like to see. The fewer turnovers, the better, obviously. Keep your heads on a swivel out there. But there are definitely a few things that could have gone smoother for us. In general...
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Portland with the ball. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan, and it's Pierce in at the small forward. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Trailblazers shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
And when you think of free throw shooting, not particularly a strength for this group, right around 70%.
Guys, we haven't seen the type of numbers out of them at the line that we'd come to expect, especially after last season.
Damian Lillard is a 2-time All-Star. He just keeps getting better and better, and I love his demeanor on the floor. He seems a lot older than he really is.
Yeah, he's got an old head, and he's got a very even-keeled disposition about him, which serves him well. He almost missed the All-Star game last season and was an injury replacement.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
And Gerald Henderson is going to pick up that foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Al Paul, with an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Back to Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Plumlee sets the pick for Lillard. Off the pick. Can't get it to go. Griffin with some nice D's.
They're really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving count.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Lillard dishes to Davis. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Tell you what, man, it looks as though the light has officially gone on for Ed Davis. I mean, he drifted around a bit over his first 5 seasons, but he made real strides last year.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. We're going back to Ed Davis. His rebounds and field goal percentage were way up last year. He's finally developed the strength to anchor inside, and, Greg, the skill set to convert scoring opportunities as well.
And Kevin, you can see his confidence growing. He just needs to keep at it to reach his full potential.
And the second free throw, good.
One thing about Ed Davis, guys, he has the physical tools to succeed. The agility of a gazelle and the wingspan of a condor or pterodactyl.
And it's sent back by Plumlee. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee. Chris Kaman's checked in for the Trailblazers. Lance Stephenson's checked in for the Clippers. Paul against Lillard. Paul kicks to Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Griffin inside. Kaman's there. Griffin can't get it to go in. You know, Greg, getting back to Ed Davis, his abilities go beyond physical attributes, strong intangibles. Roy Williams always used to talk about him like this: high basketball IQ.
Yeah, second-generation NBA player. His father, Terry, played a long time. He's humble, he's hungry, and motivated. So a lot of key characteristics, I think, in the success of most players he displays here early in his career.
Free throw good. Damian Lillard. Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that. 8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
And there's the defensive 3-second call.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
You know, the Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity.
Free throw good. Damian Lillard.
And guys, what I like about Damian Lillard, very decisive with the ball in his hands, always in attack mode. He keeps it hopping, and he has a killer instinct in the clutch.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Crawford's checked in. Now here's McCollum looking for his first basket still in this one. Shot clock at 6. Portland needs to get off a shot. Aminu. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And for Lillard, he keeps the ball moving, as Greg was talking about. Clark, he keeps his teammates involved.
Very proficient in the pick and roll. Understands the nuances of looking at weak side defenders and getting to the free throw lane for the roll man. He knows all the tricks to make that pick and roll really successful.
Nobody near Stevenson. Can't get it to go. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Came in a screen on Paul. Lillard, the pass to King. That is good.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Stevenson drives in. Kicks to Griffin. Shot on the wing. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Griffin's got his second bucket. Lillard dishes to Aminu. Griffin against Kaman. Can't hit. Griffin with some nice D.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Good. And now an 8-point Los Angeles lead.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
And Lillard kicks to Vonleh. Now here's McCollum, guarded by Crawford. Crawford with the steal. The 11-footer. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Crawford's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Clippers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Griffin against Kaman. Right side, Griffin. Back to Crawford. No good on the triple. The Los Angeles Clippers coming to this one after the win against Golden State.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way. And that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
Crawford missing again. Trailblazers trail by 8. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Lillard attacking. Griffin grabs the board. Griffin's got 6 rebounds in the game. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Clippers ahead, up by 8. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And the final period of play just about to start. Here's Paul. Davis is out there with Plumlee. Then it's Henderson. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Leonard in its center. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Jordan, the pass to Reddick. Stolen by Henderson. Reddick against Lillard.
Move the ball. Stick it to
And Jordan sends it back. Johnson attacking. Low block shot on the way. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Leonard. Trailblazers trail by 8. And here's Henderson. Leonard sets a screen for Henderson. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Plumlee. Johnson with the defensive effort.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Paul with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Paul outside. Plumlee with some nice D. The Trailblazers shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Lillard outside. Pulls up. Portland no good that time either.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Johnson can't hit.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Ball against Lillard. He feeds it to Leonard. Lillard dishes to Leonard. Pass to Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Henderson against Paul. The feed to Reddick. Shot from the wing, and he gets it to go. Reddick's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers. The Trailblazers have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Feeds it to Plumlee. It's Henderson on the wing. Good on the three-point shot.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Paul kicks to Pierce.
Boy, you got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man down.
You know, Clark, and even then, he might just go over it.
He could.
Look at this. Check out the elevation he gets.
Wow, I tell you, I just cannot get enough of those kind of plays. What a rim record. Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Lillard against Paul. Jordan the screen. Paul kicks to Redick. Inside, Jordan.
Look at the night for Jordan. He's got 8 points and 1 rejection in this game, too.
And was it a good one? Really, one of their highlights of the game defensively.
At the line for 2.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing for the Trailblazers. Kaman comes in for Leonard, and it's Aminu in for Mason Plumlee. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Griffin's checked in. And he can't hit the second. Trailblazers trail by 7. And Lillard kicks to Kaman. Charity stripe shot. Can't get it to go. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And there's the pass to Paul. Here's Redick. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And the Clippers lead by 9.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Lillard outside.
Move the ball. Stick it to Mike.
And he gets it to go.
And that's just a great individual play right through the teeth of the defense.
And here is Los Angeles now. They've allowed just 7 points here in the 4th quarter. There's 1:26 left in the 4th quarter. The dish to Pierce. He kicks to Griffin from 13. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
Lillard attacking. Lillard again missing.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
And the wide open shot from Redick. Drills it from outside. And now a 12-point Clipper lead.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Clippers.
Clark, the differential in assists led to a lot of open looks and also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
They made the defense adjust by moving the ball like that, and there was no answer for it.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
Just a quality win, and you look at the box score and some really good numbers for Redick. Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
Paul outside. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Forget about that one.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Blake, it looked like you guys came out with a very defensive-minded approach, trying to limit their looks and keeping a hand up at all times.
Yeah, I mean, everybody came out and did a great job, and we're contesting shots, which forced them to miss more shots, and make sure we had a hand in their face. And then, we got rebounds and got on the open court and hit shots.
Thanks for your time, Blake. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And now we'll head over to the studio with Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, J.J. Redick. He showed the composure and cleverness that only a longtime veteran could possess. A vintage performance from a very savvy player.
He had a sensational night shooting the ball. Over 60% reminds me of myself. If you're shooting over 60%, you're playing smart. You're being aggressive, and you're creating opportunities. What a spectacular performance.
He deserves a ton of credit on how many areas of the game he impacted tonight. His defense was superb. Offensively, he was ready to shoot the basketball. However you slice it, he was lighting it up at one end of the court and shutting them down on the other.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.